Entering system. Windfall.
It's an honor to see you here. Good luck out there. It's an honor to see you here. Good luck out there. It's an honor to see you here. Good luck out there.
Entering system. Atikva's choice.
It's good to see you, friend. Good luck out there. It's good to see you, friend. Good luck out there.
Entering system. Heretics end. Entering system. Sol.
Hello there. Good luck out there. Hello there. Good luck out there. Hello there. It'll be a pleasure working with you.
Hello.
Hello there. Thanks for hiring me. I really appreciate.
Entering Mars. Entering the Moon. Entering Mars. Entering the moon.
Hello.
Hello.
Entering Mars. Entering the moon.
Hello there. I'm looking forward to working.
Entering system. Heretics end. Entering system. The Reach. Nimcha. Silicon refinery. Solar power plant. Tethys, Sentinel. Queen's Guard.
Awaiting orders.
Laser Tower, Mark II.
Awaiting orders.
Protector. Tethys, Sentinel. Tethys, System. Heretics end.
Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Hit.
Affirmative.
Alright, so I'm going to be popping off here. Sorry I can't see chat. Actually, you know what I'll do is I'm going to alt tab out and respond to any questions you guys have in chat while looking at my own YouTube channel. That's the only way I can do it right now. I have a big business meeting happening tomorrow, so um, yeah, I was just kind of chilling out for the night. So if you guys have any questions, this would be the time to ask. I'll hop over to chat, and it looks like I got a warning that the stream output quality is low, so my apologies, but let's go ahead and see if I can bring up the stream here and answer any questions anybody has. Um, oh wow, that's like horrible quality. Nice. So let me just go ahead and mute because I can hear myself twice. So yeah, nuclear, that's really cool. So just for you guys to know, the stream needs to be stretched out because I've got a massive screen. It's probably like 50 inches, so it's condensing it. Not to mention it said I had poor stream quality right now. It's probably because I got stuff uploading to my server. Um, but that's really cool. Yeah, the KHK, the cock. What a bad name for uh, a faction. They they suck. As you saw with me, you basically just have to run around. If you see them in an area, running around, then oh, I love how by the way, it's showing that stream. I've been trying to mess with elements. It's showing that when I'm watching that I could see or see it. No, it's not. It's not. OBS is not putting that on the screen. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty good. It was a B. The B's. Forgive me if I'm not mistaken. Is the B the M or L class? Is that the one that you got from timelines, like where it's just kind of sitting out there? And if you can't hear me, just let me know. Kind of funny. I guess I'll watch and see if anything bad happens to me. Ah, okay. Well, I could just bring it up. Let's look at it in the encyclopedia. You would think that I should just know that right off the top of my head, but so I'm gonna assume it's an all Corvette. Yeah, no, this is it is the one I was thinking of, but yeah, that's a good ship. Uh, by the way, was it one that they abandoned? Um, yeah, go get yourself that. Yeah, yeah. Make sure, so nuclear, when you're capturing those ships, right? Make sure that you do not send Marine boarding pods over. You probably know this already, but the Marines will damage stuff, whereas if you get out in your spacesuit and go over to it and just go into scan mode and scan the signal leak, you'll claim it without destroying any further emplacements on the ship. So it's a lot better to do, especially with the timeline ships. That's a huge, huge, huge thing. Especially if you go into, I want to say, let me look at it on my thing real fast. My mind's a little bit scatterbrained. I got a lot going on tomorrow. Let's see. Come on, half of Savage. Echo's Choice. So in Darkest Cascade, right here, in this area, if you're not familiar with it, there'll be a timelines ship. It's really hard to get because there'll be a Xenon station here. It's not too hard. You just have to go out there. I would make a hard save. Go out there and then see if any Xenon patrols are vectoring in on you. If they're not, get out of your ship. And I mean, you got to be super fast. But it looks like a Star Destroyer. This is the ship actually here. If you're not familiar with it. Nice, nice. I'll show you the ship. Let's see, my home fleet is actually just a bunch of made up of like all the real good ships, um, or the ships you find you get for free. So like there's a B and H. I believe the H is what I'm referring to. So if I'm not mistaken, I could just teleport out to it. It looks really cool if you're not familiar with it. Let me see if I can't make out the silhouette of it. Yeah, so it looks like a wannabe Star Destroyer, like a poor man's Star Destroyer. Let me go out to it, just teleport out real fast. And of course, it's saving the game. Yeah, make sure. So it seems like you know what you're talking about. Get out and claim it. Don't ever send boarding pods. I don't understand the reasoning behind that, because
Entering system.
why would your
Get
Marines
Sophonis.
just destroy for no apparent reason? But yeah, this is the if you're not familiar with it, this is the one that you can get. It fires these seismic charge emplacements. You'll never be able to replace these, by the way, unless you use a mod. I'm not playing modded, but it has these really bad, some of the coolest turrets I think in the game. Just for what they do if you've not fought one of these. But basically it shoots these, I can't manually fire them. I don't think it has like its own main batteries. No. It's like a carrier ship or something, I don't know. But anyways, if I were to take control here.
Requesting permission to dock.
Docking permission granted.
You'll see that there's two seismic charge turrets, and these things are hilarious. They fire like they're literally what they were meant to be, because I guess the Xenon were terraformers, and so they would use seismic charges to break apart stuff or whatever. Then they figured out, oh, that works really good for whatever else. They're hilarious. They're the coolest guns to use in the game. I almost want to like end the stream with just showing like one of these turrets fire, because it's pretty damn funny. When the turrets fire off, it shoots like a almost graviton gun out, and then like a Boba Fett sort of device going off. Okay. Yeah. Well, you can actually get it, right? Let me get off the deck here. Yeah, to take that going. Um, you can actually go get that ship. So, once you do the timelines, you'll unlock it, and it'll be exactly where I showed you. Coming off of Hakuba's Choice into that Xenon territory. Follow that road that's going kind of east-west-ish. Uh, and near the end of that, you should see it pop up on your sensors. So, um, yeah. And like I said, I will be engaging. There's a lot I have to do. I have to mess with it. Believe me, my part of my apologies here to you guys. I don't want to say really I'm sorry because I'm not, but I do want to engage with you guys. That's why I make these videos, but they're not monetized. I'll never monetize my videos or make any money off them. You know, I've got a business and I'm going to school to be a full-time or to be a psychiatrist, and I'm going to be doing that pro bono, a lot of it pro bono, not all of it, but because I believe that there's a lot of people out there that are hurting and just need help. So that's kind of like what my channel is. It's just me chilling out, relaxing, and being there for if anybody needs help, they have a question, they want to, you know, that kind of thing. Kind of got miffed at a dude on one of my videos. I kind of regret, but so he was self-entitled. I'm open to all criticism, inputs, if you guys have suggestions on whatnot, because like I said, right now it's showing that I can see that overlay, but I can't. So if I alt tab into the game, that overlay is not there. It's really screwed up. I created the overlay. I'm like, oh, cool. I'll finally be able to see people's chat and talk to them. Nope. It's not projecting that overlay onto my game screen. But here it shows it like it is. So I don't know. I'm trying to think. So whereabouts are you at in the game? If you don't mind me asking. Are you mid game or towards end game? That's a good point too. I was reading where you said about stealing capitals. I'm assuming you're going to refer to Asgards. Um, it's pretty funny if you get a Shiaku Vanguard. For some idiotic reason, they have a crew complement of like 200 and something on that ship, so you can just keep throwing them like cannon fodder at the Asgard that patrols between the moon and I want to say I can't remember what it's the gateway from the moon to whatever. I have a couple of words. Just finished the Aki. Okay, cool. Good. Yeah, absolutely. So the um, the Terrans are the Terran storyline's huge. Be careful if you have the Terrans will break your game if you go too far into their storyline, and there'll be a point where you can make one of the choices to basically pit them at war with somebody. And then I'm just gonna let you know ahead of time if you're doing like me, and you can see on my screen right now where that's a straight up Computronic substrate factory. It makes a lot of money. It's broken as hell. But here's the issue. The Terrans have no known enemy, really. Nobody can give them a hard time. Not to mention they have like the best, shields in the game, arguably the best engines, depending on your ship class. Definitely for L class ships, they're the best engines in the game because they only take 3 seconds to spool up versus 18 seconds for 14 to 18 seconds for other engines. So they definitely win on that front. But so the moment you pull the trigger and you make them go to war with somebody, they're just going to steamroll. It's game over. So I would recommend if you get to a point where you can choose to pit them at war with somebody, make that faction as strong as you can. And actually, I think EgoSoft recognized that was an issue, and they they definitely made some missions where you can buff up who the Terrans would be going to war with. And if you're doing the Yaki, I'd almost like pit the Yaki against the Terrans. As screwed up as it sounds, I wish I'd done it. I actually did the save them from themselves, which I won't say what it is for spoiler reasons. Maybe you did the same one, but I don't for anybody else. Uh, yeah, so I turned them in. Yeah, I actually flipped the script on that. So what I used to do is, okay, so you're familiar with the story. So I would flip the script and you can actually inform Antigone Republic that they're being set up by the Terrans. And then they'll be like, I thought as much, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, holy hell gets unleashed as like, you know, you unleash the hounds of war, so to speak, because then oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see. You blew up the amplifier. Okay, so you saved them from themselves. Okay, cool. Well, so if you pit them, I wouldn't have the Antigone Republic and Argon fight each other. You need the Terrans to be fighting somebody, right? Like, or I guess just let them do their own thing and pretend like they don't exist, like they're a moneymaker. It's one or the other, right? Or I guess I did do a playthrough once where I wanted to see if I could wipe out the Terrans. And that is possible if you get your own extra large uh, fabrication day and then get the Asgard and all that stuff, get all their blueprints, then go to war with them and just completely destroy them with their own ships. Um, that's pretty funny to do, but if you want to like just be that guy in the background who's kind of pulling the strings, I really would recommend like having them go to war with Antigone Republic. The only problem with that is, look what happens here. I'll just kind of share this with you. You tell this guy because apparently he's stuck on stupid. Proceed with current orders. All right. If you pull the trigger and you have them go to war, which is what I do and I would recommend, what's going to happen is they're just going to flow right through here, come through Sagira's because, they're cool as pioneers. And they're just going to, whoop, there they go, like one gate, and then they're right in the heart of the Antigone Republic because for some idiotic reason that eludes my ability to understand, they decided to put their shipyards right next to a potential enemy. So, like, why would they not put it here, right? There's only like one way to get there, and you got to go several ways to get there. You know what I'm saying? It's not quite as easy for the Terrans to get up to like Third Redemption in its Antigone space. So, I don't understand the whole logic of, hey, let's put both our critical infrastructure yard and wharf right next to the jump gate that leads to the, oh my god, what the hell, Terran fleet of doom. But yeah, just kind of be careful with that. So, but I would recommend doing that. But you can buff Antigone and Argon so they basically really get solidified and do the terraforming mission for them, which is, oh my god, insane amounts of money and resources. But if you do that, I think it really buffs them up. And then just go to war with them. And if you want, there's a hilarious thing I can show you real quick if you're not familiar with doing this. Let me do it near one of my stations, because that way I don't have to buy the plot. Actually, I'll do it at this plot that I'm not currently using. So pretend like this was over a gate. Put it as near the gate as you can, right? So let's see. If if I were to take it, I would create it and put it as close to a jump gate as you can, right? You might already know what I'm talking about. So you go create new plot. I'm not gonna pay for this, right? But you basically take this, and then you'd want to rotate it around and put it as close to the gate as you can. In this case, it's not gonna let me because that road's right there. But I don't think so. I don't think you can put a shipyard on the road. But here's what you want to do. If it's a jump gate without a hyper road on it, or you might be able to actually, that's hilarious. I just thought about this. I think you can actually still get away with this. You would just have to move it above the road. Let me see. Like way above the road. Come on. Seriously. Well, that's hilarious. You could definitely get away with this. I bet you. Let's see. Now I'm gonna take this like a challenge just to see if you can do this. Yeah, there you go. Now what you do is just, no, wrong direction. You would just, Z, should be Z, right? Oh, I guess it's not really wide. Yep. Then you probably see where this is going, right? You just take the gate and then go do 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 do, and then just widen it a little. Whoops. I guess that's the direction. And now you can create a gate denial system. So if you go in here and say plan build, you can see you're actually over the gate. And I have plans where they're like, what is WTF? Oh, that's like just a massive command and control complex. I don't know what the hell I was thinking about that.
Docking permission
Okay,
granted.
no, it's not that one. Basically, I can't do it because I don't have the structures, but you move the station once you've done the structure. You move the station to surround the gate, so anybody coming in and out of the gate just gets utterly annihilated. Uh, Arm it with large plasma batteries, and then flak cannons to catch fighters, and 90% of anything trying to get through that gate would just be screwed. So if you're not familiar with that, yeah, you create the kill box. And it doesn't even have to be that expensive. I played with it. I've seen people create these big, stupid monstrosity of ones that just take forever. You don't need it to be that big. You just need it to be Terran shields. I usually use like argon large plasmas and then flak batteries, and then you just sit back and put like a penthouse suite and watch. Go sit at the penthouse suite, declare war, and watch all the fireworks go off as like 8 million batteries open fire. Yep, you do that. So this is basically what you would do, what you just mentioned there. So you would take the station, and you would take the station and you would just simply move it down, right? And then see if I can grab it. So you know what I'm saying? Like you can literally just put it right into the station. So you just design a cube to go around this. Real simple, real easy. If I were to go buy the plans, I could show you the one that I'm using. I'd have to actually buy a Terran 3 dog and a Terran small container. But I can buy that and then slip it over any gate, and then it's just, good to go, plug and play. But yeah, it's pretty funny that you can even do that. You just have to make it really small, and then get it just outside the boundary of where it'll let you place it near a gate. And apparently it doesn't matter if there's a hyperhighway there, which is hilarious. You could even put things for them to slam into, like a wall on the road, the highways. See if that, I wonder if that would work. I don't know. I'll probably do that in a future video. But anyways, yeah, I got to get off because I got a big business meeting tomorrow. So I will be on tomorrow to probably de-stress after said meeting. So yeah, if you guys got any questions or seems like you got a pretty good handle on it, anybody else, just leave in the comment section uh down below and then I'll catch it. I pay attention. If there's a bell icon, I'm gonna respond. And again, it's not because I make money and I'm not looking to like, grow some massive channel here, right? That's not my thing. I wouldn't be able to handle dealing with a massive YouTube channel on top of my business, on top of being a grad student. So on top of also providing therapy, which I'm doing right now for uh, drug and alcohol addiction. But yeah, you guys take care. It was really nice talking to you, Nuclear. I'll make sure in the future. I don't know, for some idiotic reason it's showing that up there on the screen, so I just probably have to play with it a little bit more and get it to somehow show on my screen um, when I'm playing the game. But you guys take care. Happy gaming. I'll give it a couple seconds because I know there's a delay, and then I'm just gonna shut it down. So as I'm shutting it down, you'll see me just kind of do my usual. You also want to discard the current changes. You know I don't want to pay for that stupid plot. Remove that. But I can't get rid of that. There we go. And let me go ahead and save it, and then I'll log off. Alright, take care, guys.